What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I'm going to focus in on the 4-year, $16 million deal as a free agent, unrestricted free agent. The Calgary Flames gave Jiri Hudler, former Detroit Red Wing. I'm going to be frank with it. I don't like it. I think Jay Feaster's given out two erroneous contracts this offseason. I like Hudler as a player. 25 goals last year, career high. 23 at even strength, so he's one of the better even strength scorers in the league. But I just think it's a bad deal. I think Calgary should have started the rebuilding process 2 years ago. Moving out Iginla, moving out Kiprusoff, bring in some young assets and allow those guys to compete and win elsewhere. I think you owe it to them for what they've given the organization. But Jay Feaster is probably the only person in the world that thinks his team can compete. And they've really fallen in no man's land the last couple of years. They're not in the lottery, but they're not in the playoffs, and they're not getting the high draft picks, and they're wasting cap space. I think you got to blow it up and start from scratch. I think the fans in Calgary have accepted that Jay Feaster has, and that's why part of the reason he didn't last in Tampa. Like I said, I like Hudler as a player. $4 million's a little steep for him. I'd go 3-2 myself, but between this and the Weidman deal, I don't know how Feaster still has a job. I think it's atrocious, god awful. I really think it has to be a rebuilding time in Calgary, and he will not accept that. I think it's humbling, but as a general manager, that's the nature of the beast when you get into that job. And I think at times you look around and say, we can't win the Stanley Cup with this roster. I doubt we can make the playoffs with this roster. Blow it up, give younger guys some ice time, bring guys up, see what they can do, acquire some high draft picks. I know it sounds like you're cheating, but try to get some higher picks and then go from there. But no, Feast would rather be in the middle of the pack team, have a team that hangs around the playoff run and misses out. Who does that benefit? You're not in the playoffs, so your fans can't cheer that on. You can't get a lottery pick and bring in a young player to help establish future identity of your team, and the fans miss out on that. So either way, the fans in Calgary are getting screwed, and I think it's atrocious. I think in a hockey market like that, where the fans are so dedicated and so passionate, for ownership to be this ignorant of the situation at hand is awful. I think that they owe their fans more. And I'm not knocking Jiri Hudler as a player. This isn't a personal attack on Hudler at all. I just don't like the contract he got. And in fairness to him, take the money and run. You don't get too many chances to make $16 million. But we'll see how it all works out. That's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the 4-year deal. Jiri Hudler signed with the Calgary Flames. Let me know what you guys have to say. Stay tuned for more episodes of the Power Play with CJ throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.